Sarah, have you ever noticed how some Londoners almost seem to sneak in an extra sound between words, like a little ye or wah that wasn't there before? That's what's known as an intrusive glide.
Oh, totally. I hear that all the time, especially in fast conversation. For example, if someone says, see it often sounds like, see it. It's almost like the mind just makes a bridge between the words, isn't it?
Exactly. And it gets even more interesting when you consider why these glides pop up in the first place. It's mostly to make speech smoother, right? Our mouths are just looking for the easiest route.
Yeah. It's all about flow. We naturally want to link words, so adding a little glide helps our tongues move from one vowel to another without any awkward stops. It's a shortcut that makes everything sound more connected.
And it happens so unconsciously. Like no one's planning it out. They just want to avoid that clunky break between words. That brings me to RP received pronunciation. People think it's super formal and precise, but even RP speakers use intrusive glides sometimes.
I know. You'd expect RP to avoid them for the sake of clarity, but even in the Queen's English, you'll hear things like the idea of turning into the idea of. It's like even formality gives way to comfort now and then.
So true. It proves these glides aren't just a feature of relaxed or youthful speech. They're kind of universal in London, across different accents. Let's dig into MLE, Multicultural London English. This is where things get super lively. How do intrusive glides show up there?
In MLE, I hear that blending all the time. Like when someone says go out, it becomes go out. It's got this musical, almost playful sound. And because MLE mixes so many backgrounds, the glides can vary a lot depending on who's speaking.
That flexibility is part of what makes MLE so dynamic, isn't it? It borrows from everywhere, even with these tiny sounds. Now, Cockney's got its own flavor when it comes to glides. I've always loved how Cockney speakers might exaggerate them, especially between vowels.
Absolutely. It's almost theatrical. Like in Law and Order, you might hear Law ran order. The glide isn't just a link, it's a feature. It adds a certain rhythm and cheekiness to the accent.
It really does. Cockney turns a necessary shortcut into something of a signature move. I overheard someone say, so easy as so wheezy on the tube yesterday. It happens constantly, in real conversations, even when people aren't thinking about it.
I catch myself doing it too, like 2 apples turns into 2 wapples. It's funny how once you notice it, you can't unhear it. Glides just sneak into daily speech, no matter how hard you try to avoid them.
Digging a bit deeper, it's fascinating how our vocal cords and tongues cooperate. Phonetically, we're just trying to avoid awkward jumps, right?
Exactly, the science is all about minimizing effort. When you have 2 vowels next to each other, the mouth naturally slides in a Y or wah to fill the gap. It's like linguistic WD-40. Making everything run smoother.
I love that analogy. It makes sense why glides show up so often, especially in a city as fast-spoken as London. But sometimes, can't these glides cause confusion? Like, if you aren't used to them, could you mistake one word for another?
Oh, for sure. Especially for newcomers or learners. If you're expecting raw egg and hear raw weg, it might take your brain an extra second to catch up. But most Londoners just process it without blinking.
It's almost like your ears need to adapt to the local glide game. For folks trying to learn London English, do you think teachers actually focus on these glides? Or do they just hope students pick them up naturally?
Great question. I've seen both. Some teachers highlight glides to help with listening and speaking, but often students absorb them by mimicking what they hear. Immersion really speeds things up.
That makes sense. It's a bit like learning the rhythm of a song. You can't just read about it, you have to join in. And it's not just about intrusive glides, is it? Connected speech in London includes linking R's, dropped H's, all sorts of little tricks to keep things flowing.
True, glides are just one piece of the puzzle. If you listen closely, you'll hear all these connections, words blending, sounds disappearing, almost like spoken shorthand. It makes London speech feel alive and unpredictable.
Funny thing is, even within London, glides can sound different depending on the neighborhood. The East End does one thing, the North another.
That's the beauty of urban language, really. Someone in Hackney might have a totally different glide than someone in Chelsea. It keeps the city's voice constantly shifting.
It gives every part of London its own twist, like a dialect fingerprint made of tiny sounds. So, do you think intrusive glides are here to stay? Or might they fade out as London English keeps evolving?
Honestly, I think they're only getting stronger. As the city grows more diverse, people invent new ways to keep their speech smooth and flexible. These little glides help everyone keep pace.
That's such a cool thought. London's always been a city of change, and intrusive glides are just another way its language keeps moving forward.